guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back again with another strategy that we're going to be using to scalp ticks using stochastic MACD and the moving averages, right? So it's a scalping strategy for ticks only, right? Share a strategy for spikes later, right? So using this strategy is quite similar to the previous one that I posted, right? But that one was on indices, right? So right here I've got a strategy for ticks, right? So using this strategy, we're going to be entering on the 5-minute time frame only. We're going to be using our 5-minute time frame only. That's what we're going to be using, right? Does the 1 minute work? Right? Yes, it does, but I just don't recommend it, right? Yes, it does work, and it's quite profitable, but for better results, I recommend that you use the 5-minute time frame, right? Only for your entries, right? So of course, you can use your 15-minute time frame for cross-checking, right? Check the trend and everything else, but for entries, it's the 5-minute time frame only, right? So let me show you the settings for the indicators, then we jump into it, right? So on the main chart, we've got two moving averages, right? On the indicator window, we've got the MACD moving average and then the stochastic, right? So right here on the moving average, on the main chart, it's period 50 shift 0 a method exponential apply to close. So I chose black, you can choose any color of your choice, right? And click done. The second moving average is period 200 and shift 0 method exponential apply to close. Then I chose purple, you can choose any color of your choice. Then for the MACD, we're going to be adding first EMA is ADD to 30, slow EMA 27, and DSA 9, right? And then click done. Then on the same indicator window, this indicator window 1, we're going to be adding moving average. Period is going to be 1, shift 0, method exponential apply to first indicator data. Right? Take note of the apply to right here. It's very important so that your indicator comes out correctly, right? Then I just one pixel, right? And click done. Right, then for the last indicator, you're going to be adding indicator window 2, right? So you click again this M so that you can add the indicator window 2, right? Then on the indicator window 2, we're going to be adding the stochastic oscillator, right? For the stochastic, we're going to be using percentage K period of 6, percentage D period of 3, slowing of 4, right? Then 2 pixels. Then on the levels, we're going to be using levels 20 and level 80. And I will change this to 2 pixels and then choose a darker color so that you can see your levels clearly, right? Then after that, click done, right? After setting up your indicators, it should look like what? Like this, right? Before you change anything, right? So after setting up your indicators, right? So what are the confirmations that you have to look for, right? So firstly, you have to look for the 50-200 cross, right? If it's boom, you're looking for 50-200 cross to the downside, right? And after that, check mark the oscillator, then you get confirmation with the stochastic oscillator in that order, right? So after checking what we've got, the crossover of the EMAs to the downside, right? That's the first confirmation, right? Then you have to check our MACD oscillator, right? If it is below the level 0, if these bars are below the level 0, or if they are slightly above, we can still consider that like what they are over here, right? The bars haven't grown that big, so we still consider this as as a sell, right? So after that, we so as in here, we got a pullback, right? And if it reaches the 200 EMA, right? Yes, we can consider if it crosses slightly above, right? But let's say it was on the 50 moving averages and it crossed this level like this, right? We wouldn't take that trade because we don't expect it to be above the level of 0 when it's on the 50 moving average. But maybe it's on the 200 moving average. That's when we consider it, right? So after that, we've got the crossing, right? So after that, we're going to be looking for sell opportunities when the stochastic oscillator crosses for a down for a sell over here, that's when you're going to be entering for sell. Let me zoom in. So right here, so we're going to be entering when the stochastic crosses for a down trend over here, right? So it crosses right here, right? And you enter, right? Exit when the stochastic oscillator reaches the level 20, right? So when this green and the red reach level 20, you take the profit, right? So right over here it was 5, 10, 15, 20, almost 25 minutes, right, holding, right? So then what, after that it creates what, in small m, right? So if you are not familiar with the impedance, right, you can ignore the second trade, but for those who know the impedance that I usually talk about about the boom crash, right, you can enter using this strategy, right? I will leave a link in the video for the video that I use that I talk about this, right? So usually when the candlesticks pull back to the 200 moving average, they form an M, right? So after closing on this trade, right, and it pulls back again, right, you can take another entry when the stochastic crosses again, right? So right here you take another entry, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost 30 minutes holding, right? And you exit your trade, right? So this is quite a powerful strategy. Why? Because we're using the 5-minute time frame, so you'll be holding for quite a while, right? But for those who are quite experienced, you can even hold it way above above 5 minutes, right? But if you are not used to it, just stick to the 20 minutes, and you exit the trade, right? It will be quite enough for you, right? So right here we've got a pullback to the 50 moving average, right? As you can see, when it pulls back to the 50 moving average, it doesn't cross above the level 0, right? And when it pulls back to the level 200, right, it goes above the level 0. So you can just wait until it pulls back to the level 50, to the 50 moving average, right? So that you can get more clearer entries, right? And we only enter if there is a good separation between the 50 and the 200 moving average, right? If they are showing a clear downtrend, right? If they are not crossing over each other just like that, right? So after that we wait for pullback to the 50 moving average, right? Our MACD is below the level 0, right? We enter when the stochastic crosses over here. Why don't we using the stochastic is in this case why we're not using the MACD only? Why? So as you can see, the stochastic crosses way earlier before the MACD crosses, right? So right here you enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So as you can see, when we will be exiting, that's when the MACD crosses. So that's why we are not using the MACD on this strategy, right? We're only using the stochastic. We are using the stochastic for our entries so that they become clearer and more right? We have got a smaller stop loss. Why? Because we'll be placing our stop loss above the previous high. Right? That will be our stop loss, right? So let's see right here, we've got an entry, right? Go back to the 50 moving average, right? Our MACD is below level 0, right? But we don't enter. Why? Because when it put back to the 50 moving average, our stochastic oscillator did not reach level 80, right? So you are not going to be taking this trade, right? In this next trade over here, our candlesticks didn't reach the level, the 50 moving average, though other conditions remain, right? So you have to be disciplined and know which entries to take, right? So right here it reaches level 50 on the moving average. Our MACD is below level 0, and our stochastic is level 80. Those are the conditions that we want, right? Here we don't enter. Why? Because our candlesticks did not reach the level the 50 moving average. So that's it for this video, guys. Leave a thumbs up and comment down in the comment section down below for any video ideas that you might have, any contributions that you can give, and any comments about anything that I have to improve for you to make your trading journey easier. Right?